Good morning, Sarvodaya Namaskar student. Here is Mahesh sir. Today in this video, I am going to teach you English grammar from standard 8, chapter number 2, that is noun. As I hope you all know about very well about noun, what is this and what its function is about in English grammar. Yet I am going to tell you the definition of noun that can be explained as a noun is a naming word in a simple language. Noun is a naming word in a simple language. According to the definition, noun is the name of a particular person, animal, place and things is known as noun. According to me, the things that can be seen, touch or feel around us has a particular name for its own, and its particular name is known as noun. Like this is a pen and it has the name as pen, and this is the board, it has the name as board. It means everything that can be seen around us or feel around us has a particular name, and its particular name is known as noun. After the definition of noun, there are 5 kinds of noun you have to study in ancient grammar. According to ancient grammar, you have to study about 5 nouns. Like you can see on the display that here proper noun, the first one, proper noun. The second, common noun. The third, collective noun. The fourth, material noun. And the fifth one, is abstract noun. Abstract noun, you can see here the fifth one is abstract noun. I am going to explain each of the noun by the definition and how you can recognize the noun in a particular sentence or in a group of words, in a paragraph of English writing. Let's focus here. Let's focus here. I am going to tell you the definition of proper noun. The first kind of noun is proper noun, and I am telling you what is proper noun. Proper noun is the name of a particular person, particular thing, particular animal, in particular place. It means every particular name that is given to a person, animal, place or thing, that is known as proper noun. Like me, what my name is. Mahesh is a proper noun. Your name is proper noun. Your family member's name is proper noun. If you have a pen and the pen has a special name like Reynolds, Rotomac, Link, like this is a name of a particular things that is called proper noun. After things that you can say a place has a particular name, it's also like Patna, Delhi, Mumbai, Vaishali and etc. It has a proper name and its name is called proper noun. The second one is common noun. Common noun is the name of a person, animal, place or thing that is given to its kind as a whole. Whenever one name is taken, the whole class or the whole member or whole caste can be classified in a single word, that is known as common noun. It means किसी एक नाम लेने से जब उसके पूरे क्लास पूरे जाति की बोध होती है, then you can say that it is belongs to a common noun like boy, girl, mother, father, tiger, lion, cow, bird, etc. After common noun, I am telling you about collective noun. According the name of itself, like collective, collection of things, collection of person, collection of animal, collection of places. The all collection of noun is known as collective noun. I am going to tell you an example about a collection or a group of man, like crowd. A crowd can be classified into a collective noun. Army, group of band, that is called a collective noun. A group of student like class is a collective noun. After material noun. Material noun that can be not counted but can be weighted. Material noun जिसे गिना नहीं जा सकता, केवल तौला जा सके, नापा जा सके. According to the definition, it can be said a material noun is the material substances that cannot be counted but weighted. इसे गिना नहीं जा सके, केवल तौला या मापा जा सके. Like you can say oil, water, milk, rice, wheat, sugar, etc. After material noun, I am telling you about abstract noun. Abstract noun is the name of feeling that arise into the mind or emotions. The emotion or the feeling that comes into the mind of a human being, that is called an abstract noun, that also cannot be counted but feel only. Like wisdom, love, dry, hot, cold. This type of noun cannot be touched but only feel. What a hot weather today. I am feeling the hot weather. What a cold weather today. I am feeling the only coldness of the weather but cannot count or but cannot touch. After ancient grammar, ancient noun, I am going to tell you the modern noun that is classified into three parts of noun, like proper noun, countable noun and uncountable noun. You can see on the board that noun can be classified into countably. It means countable noun, like this countable noun. Here, countable noun, and second one is uncountable noun. I have already told you about proper noun. Every person, every animal, everything that can be seen around us has a particular name, a special name, and its special name is known as proper noun. Then after, I am going to tell you the definition of countable noun. The countable noun countable noun countable noun is formed by adding two nouns, like common noun plus collective noun. अब देख सकते हैं कॉमन नाउन और कॉलेक्टिव नाउन को ऐड करने के बाद इस काउंटेबल नाउन को बनाया गया। इट मीन्स द नाउन दैट belongs to common noun can be counted and the noun that belongs to collective noun also can be counted, and that is why it was compounded in a single one, and that is known as countable noun. After it, uncountable noun. Uncountable noun can be produced by adding two more noun, like a material noun plus abstract noun. जब मटेरियल नाउन और ऑब्स्ट्रैक्ट नाउन को ऐड करते हैं, कंपाउंडिंग करते हैं, देन इट बिकम्स अनकाउंटेबल नाउन. हियर इज अनकाउंटेबल नाउन बिकॉज material noun cannot be counted, like oil, water, milk cannot be counted. Then after abstract noun, that is only feeling, emotion to the mind, and it also cannot be counted, like a wisdom. How many wisdom you have, you cannot count, and that is why it is uncountable noun. After compounding the two noun, it can be produced as an uncountable noun. It means the noun that cannot be counted is called countable noun. The noun that cannot be counted is called countable noun, and the noun that can be counted is called countable noun. जिसे गिन सकते हैं काउंटेबल, जिसे नहीं गिन सकते हैं अनकाउंटेबल. इन सिंपल लैंग्वेज यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट द लेसन इज टेलिंग. After this, I'm going to tell you about gender. About gender, that is attached in the same lesson in the noun. In the second lesson, you have to study about the noun and the gender also. You can see here noun and its gender. Gender, it means ling. Male, female, neuter, and feminine gender you have already taught in previous class, I hope so. Here masculine gender, there the gender has four main kinds. Gender has only four main kinds. Masculine gender is one, the second one is feminine gender, the third one is common gender, and the fourth one is dual gender. It means the fourth one is neuter gender. The first masculine gender, the second feminine gender, the third common gender, and the fourth is neuter gender. Neuter gender. I am telling the definition about what is a masculine gender. The gender that can denote a male. A gender that can denote a male is called masculine gender. Male, it means a man, a boy, a dog, a lion, etc. The same opposite feminine gender. This gender denotes a female that can belongs to a female, like mother, grandmother, sister, lioness, cows, lioness, tigress, etc. After common gender, This type of gender that denotes both male and female. The gender that can denote both a male and female is called common gender or the dual gender. It means an example I am going to give you. Here you can see the noun that can denote a male and female, like teacher. Teacher. A teacher can be a male and a female too. A doctor. A doctor can be a male and female too. It means the word like this that denotes both male and female is known as common gender or the dual gender. After this, the neutral gender. Here, neutral gender. The gender that denotes a lifeless object or a very little or teeny animal or a word that cannot classified into male or female. We can say that this is related to a neutral gender. Like ant. It is a very small insect, and by looking the insect, it cannot be classified that the insect is male or female. That's why we should use as it a neutral gender. This is a pen and it can be classified as neutral gender. This is a board and it also can be classified as a neutral gender because this is a lifeless object. The thing that can be seen around us that has no life is known as neutral gender. After the definition and recognition of noun and the gender, you can see the whole introduction of the lesson. You can take also an screenshot that can help you to write the definition in your note copy. If you want, you can take the screenshot of this display. Here you can see the definition. Noun or the naming words, as I have already told you, and the definitions of all nouns. I have already given you the definition. Here, once again you can see a noun is the name of a person, place, thing. A thing includes a quality like fear, a material like gold, and a collection like horde, army, or a state and adherence, and an action like cheat, mock and moment. That all are known as noun. Here you can see noun and noun phrase. Noun and noun phrase. The definition is telling you a noun is often called a noun phrase because a noun phrase can be a single word noun. Like teacher, noun phrase. A noun phrase can be a single word noun like teachers love their people. Teachers love their people. You can see the noun phrase here. But in this lesson I am not going to teach you noun phrase. I will explain you in the next chapter where in the book you have to study about noun phrase or a phrase. Here you can teach only the noun and its kind. If you want to write the definition in your note copy, you can take the screenshot of this lesson. I have already told you the definition earlier in this present video. Countable noun, that I have already told you, a noun that can be counted. Here you can see also by yourself the noun that can be counted is called countable noun. Like you see all the examples that can be counted very easily. But generally a noun is used in answer to question how many is a countable noun. And how many films did you watch? I watched 6 films. You can see the 6th one is a countable noun. After countable noun, you can see the definition of uncountable noun. Here, the thing that cannot be counted is called uncountable noun. The noun that cannot be counted. The noun that cannot be counted is called uncountable noun. You can see also the examples of uncountable noun. Here, examples of uncountable noun: milk, it can't be counted. Water, ink, sugar, butter, not a milk, not water, not two water. It means the sentence that all the so-called words that cannot be counted and cannot be said, like a milk, like one water, like two sugar, it all are wrong written over here. A noun used in answer to the question how much is an uncountable noun. Now, how much water you have? You cannot say that I have a water, I have 2 water, I have 3 water. You cannot say. If you say this type of answer, you are wrong in your answer. Here you can see also how much milk do you need. We need a liter of milk, but not a milk. We need not a milk, but we need a liter of milk. A liter here. A liter here. A liter is countable noun. That is why here A is used before milk. But milk is not a countable noun. It is an uncountable noun. After the expression of noun, its kind and even the gender, I am going to explain you about pronoun that you have to study in the present lesson. I mean the second lesson you have to study as a pronoun. As you know, the definition of pronoun, that a pronoun is used instead of a noun to avoid the repetition of noun again and again. It means the pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun or it can be used instead of a noun, that is called pronoun. Like here you can see Ram is a boy. Ram is a student. Ram is an honest boy. You can see Ram it is the name of a particular person and it can be used in thrice of the line. For avoiding the name that can be used in a different sentence again and again, more and more, that's we have to use pronoun instead of noun. Like we have to use Ram is a boy, and here I have to use and we have to use he. He for Ram. In the second line also, he. Ram is a boy, he is a student, he is an honest boy. You can see and find the difference by yourself that why we should not use the name more and more time in a particular sentence or in a particular paragraph. Proper noun. It has many different kinds. In the next video, I will teach you the all kinds of pronouns and its function, how we can use all the pronouns in English language or grammar. Now I am stopping my class today. Goodbye. Take care.